What's going on, people? What's going on? It's your man, yours truly. You already know where we go. Hopefully, this thing don't fall out again. Anyway, what you see hot steaming is this tea right here. So this is Saving by the Numbers, week 18. I haven't gone live in a while. This is for the benefit of time. I don't have a whole lot of time. It's 15 minutes on the East Coast just before Saturday comes. Realistically, I forgot you have a message. That's a message on the other phone that a live stream came through. But anyway, forget that. What's going on, Tiana? I see you. What are you doing up at this time? But Uncle Mel loves you. Appreciate you. So yeah, this is saving money. This should be PG-13. Saving money, saving by numbers. This is $8 May. $8 May. And have your $8 for the month of May. Today's Friday, so I had to put it in my trusty can or whatever the case may be. I know people don't want me to show it on camera, but I had to pull it out of the stash just for today, just to let people know I am saving money. I still do have the money. I have been doing my thing. I won't keep it too much on camera. I had to put it back in my hiding place or the place away, so just in case it's here, there, wherever, I just wanted people to know, that I am saving money. It is working out. I'm not cheating you. I'm not just deceiving you. It is going on. And moms, if you see this, don't worry. It's a secret stash. Don't worry. You won't know where it's at. But anyway, which reminds me, I have to put my money inside of the jar. It goes in there. That's that. You tuck it, file it away, put it in a secret stash, put it somewhere where nobody knows where it's at. But basically, I'm just doing a live stream right now because, like I said, for the benefit of time. I will tell her you said hello, Tiana. I will tell your Molly you said hello. She's sleeping right now, but thank you. Scott King, appreciate you for coming through. Anybody else that comes through, appreciate you as well. Like I said, this is just for the benefit of time. I encourage people to save your money. Put your dough to the side, invest it. You may have things that you want to do with it. Like I said, every little dollar, every little bit counts. Regardless of what you got going on. I just got caught up, in doing other things. I honestly forgot. I was supposed to do the video this morning, and I just forgot. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, today is a good day, rushing and whatnot, ripping. I actually got to be up at 6 in the morning. So, that's just letting you know how much I got to do and whatnot. This is not really a whole bunch of wisdom that I got from you here. It's just about staying focused, staying connected, putting stuff together. You got to put yourself back on the wagon. Sometimes you fall off. These last couple of weeks, I've been really busy. So, like I said, I've been forgetting to, get my videos on time and order and all that stuff. But still, it doesn't mean you don't save money and put stuff to the side because you never know what you may need it for. I'm even looking into, hey, maybe putting something together for a house. I haven't spoken too much about that, but yeah, probably putting something together for a house, learn to invest and, put money aside. And, maybe if it's future generations or something like that, I could leave stuff for nieces or nephews, or maybe if one day I have kids, or, put myself in a way where you manage your money, because it's important to know how to manage your money. That's one of the biggest things, especially in the minority community, African American community, Hispanic community, even Asian communities, even, Caucasian, all different kind of communities, poor, rich, whatever. It's always important to learn and know how to manage your money. Because if you don't know how to manage your money, I guarantee you other people will learn how to manage your money for you. They say when it comes to your money, you always want to be the smartest person in the room. You don't want to be somebody else to be the smartest person in the room when it comes to your money. So that's just one of those things that I say to people, and, just to be mindful, just to stay with it, to keep at it. And one of the ways that you're mindful of your money is being realistic with yourself about what you bring in, about what you can afford, about what you should be spending on bills, be realistic with yourself, living within your means. Tosh time. Thank you. Yeah, Tosh, it's a good time to ask for $1. I didn't show you, Tosh. I'm glad you came through. I have been saving. So if anybody has been seeing it, I've been saving my money. This is definitely a real thing. I'm not just doing it. How some people say stuff and they say, hey, do this or do that. Nah, I've been putting my money where my mouth is. The reason I haven't been on camera is because family members, worry about people maybe trying to come and get me and stick me up and whatnot, and so, that's what it is. Yeah, thanks, Tosh. I appreciate it. But I guarantee you, just because you see this here now, doesn't mean towards the end you will see this. Once this thing is finished, this will not be anywhere in the vicinity of my hands or whatever. You won't be able to come up and walk up on me or run up on me and get it. So like I said, if anybody watching this video thinking they're gonna come do something to Mel, like I said, we'll leave that for off camera. But anyway, peace and love to everybody. Like I said, let's spread love and peace into the world. Anyway, the main thing is to manage your money. Be realistic with yourself. Don't spend spend within your means. Some people say live under your means. Sometimes, if you can afford to penny pinch and do things and be thrifty and get stuff together, then fine. Because there's like this NFL player that was drafted, recently, and they were talking about how the NFL player was living off of $300 a month for his rent and penny pinching and saving and whatnot while, basically playing college football and doing his thing to get drafted and saving his money and being real frugal. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, now, don't get me wrong. It's good to pay for quality, especially with shoes and clothes and things that you need. And, don't skimp on your food, make sure you buy good quality food and stuff like that if you could afford it. But the point is just being realistic and truthful with yourself about what it is that you can and can't do or should and shouldn't be doing with your money. And if that's anything anybody can get from my channel, moving forward in this year, next year, the year after that, I want you to be able to learn how to manage. Thank you, Tosh. I want you to be able to learn how to manage or even begin to see your money differently. Because if you don't know how to manage your money and put your stuff in perspective and manage your bills and take care of your life financially, somebody else will. Somebody else will figure out how to manipulate and gather and take your money and screw you out of it and swindle you out of it. Believe me, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white, black, gay, straight, whatever. And let's not forget multiple sources of income streams. Yes, Jidlit, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Definitely, different multiple sources of income streams are important, as far as, be it real estate, be it stocks, be it bonds, be it if you have businesses, things like that are definitely good to look into as well. But one of the things I want to get people into, Tosh, is to understand that what you spend each dollar on matters. Every dollar that you have, every dollar that you spend, every dollar that you take in, every dollar that goes out, it matters. It counts towards something. Even if it's just frivolous, even if you just say, hey, whatever, it's $1 towards something. A dollar that you spend towards something, that is considered disposable income, which I don't believe in. I know it's an economic term. I don't believe in disposable income, but some people do. I think every dollar matters. It could be used for something. It may be something that you use on, things that are disposable, but, that's just what that is. Like I said, not to get too preachy, not to get too crazy or whatever the case may be. I think you get where I'm coming from. I just want people to begin to understand that every dime, every dollar, every cent, every $100 that you have, it means something. Did I change your channel name? You must be talking to Jidlid, because yeah, he did change his channel name, but that's what that is. Anyway, for the most part, like I said, if there's any questions, if there's any comments, there's been any criticisms, anything like that you have about what I'm doing, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to leave your input. Feel free to say whatever it is that you feel about this. But also, I encourage you, also feel free to start looking at ways to put money aside and, see your money differently. I mean, even if you don't want to save money, you don't have to save money. It's up to you. But begin to look at your money as something, that is a tool to put you in a certain way, to, maybe give you freedom to do certain things. Look at your money as access to certain things. You may want something for your family members. You may want something for yourself. You may want something for your significant other. You may want something for future generations. You may want to create a legacy. And one of the ways that starts is learning to, use your, all right, Jilly, I don't know how long I'm going to be on, but yeah, thanks for coming by. One of the things I want to express to people is that, you want to be able to have something to give as an inheritance to your children, to your nieces, nephews, cousins, somebody in your family. A lot of people don't have an inheritance to give. A lot of people don't understand about generational wealth. What's going on, Roadside? I haven't seen you in a while. Appreciate you for coming through. I haven't been live, on a Friday night in a while, but you get the point. And a lot of this times, when I'm going back to my original point, a lot of this is, learning to build up a legacy, learning to begin to see the beginnings of generational wealth and how that puts together. I hated being poor. I used to be poor as an adult. Well, it happens, Tosh times. I mean, being poor and struggling is nothing wrong with that if you understand, the lessons and things that you need to learn in the midst of that. I mean, I don't knock anybody for being poor because we all go through things. Stuff happens. There's more poor people in the world than there are rich. Like I said, they say the top 1% control, 99% of the wealth. That's a real thing. It's a truth. You look in your neighborhood, you look around, even people that have money. I've seen people that have money that are broke. I'm poor now and disabled. I'm sorry to hear that, Roadside Dan, but it doesn't mean that because you're poor and disabled that you can't do anything with your money. Because I see people and I hear from people that live on fixed incomes and they ask, what can I do, and what's going on. I don't not being poor, but I refuse it for myself. Well, no, there's nothing wrong with refusing to be poor. Gosh, I think a lot of people who are poor don't want to be poor. Yeah, no, if you can control it, you control it. But what I try to do is I look at a person's circumstances. Maybe they are disabled. Maybe they do come from a messed up background. Maybe they do live in a poverty-stricken country. So it is a thing that when it comes to real poverty here in America, we have corruption. We don't have deep, stark poverty. Because even people who are quote unquote poor still have public assistance. Imagine being in a country where there is no public assistance. There are no food stamps. You're just out there hunting in the woods somewhere, or you getting by stealing, or maybe selling yourself, or doing all kind of unscrupulous things. I have family that are disabled, and that's why I have them. I say, yeah, I understand that. That's true. That's real. That's real, Touch Time. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with coming up out of the struggle. There is something to be said about coming up out of the struggle. I guess everybody doesn't have the same mindset. That's why I say that. Not believe me, God knows I would never tell anybody not to come up out of a struggle. If you can come up out of a struggle, if you can do something to pull you and your family out of poverty, then you do that. I mean, like I said, if you've been poor and you're not poor now and you have, prosperity in your ways, cool. And I think one of the most important things that we have to remember is to pay it forward. I know Tosh Town knows a lot about that. And sometimes reaching back towards folks. And sometimes it's not about money. A lot of times people think, because I get money or I have fame or I have accolades and resources, that the first thing I have to do is write a check and cut a check. No, sometimes you can really just hit people with gems, with wisdom. Sometimes you can donate your time. I say the biggest thing is your time, just like you folks are here on the live stream with me, taking your time, giving me your time. Like somebody like Tosh Time, her time is more valuable to me than if she said, hey, I'm going to, cut you a Tosh Time check, But like I said, my mind went somewhere else, and I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, time is time. Time is valuable. Time is definitely valuable. Yeah, respect goes far. But people forget that sometimes. And like I said, it's about the type of character that you have. Yeah, I will leave that alone. I will leave that alone, Tash Time. But anyway, like I said, another day. Anyway, like I said, I think if anything, when you get money and you start to and you start to actually make strides, it reveals your character. You'll find out exactly who you are once you begin to have money. But I see too many people out there who don't know how to manage money, who don't believe that they can overcome. Like I was trying to tell somebody not too long ago, somebody that I knew about, like how I pay bills and how I structure it. And, like I tell people, there's no such thing as a free check. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you got money coming in out the wazoo. I don't believe there's anything as such thing as a free check. What I mean by that is a free check, I mean by like a spare check, or some people say this is my splurge check. This is my rent check. This is the girlfriend check. No. Every dollar has a purpose. Everything should be allocated for something. Now, if all your bills are paid for the next 5-10 years, and then you have extra money coming in, okay, fine. I mean, then maybe you could say, you know, I got extra money coming in, but I still never say this is a free check or that's free money or this is just extra money. Like if somebody came to me right now and said, here's $1 million check, I guarantee you I wouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm gonna splurge and, you know, let's get it in and, you know, let me get lit, you know, bust down, Tatiana, bust down, Tatiana, bust down, bust down. No, 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 no. I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. I want to see you bust down, but I'm not gonna give you that buck now. Anyway, let me stop trying to rap. But for the most part, what I'm saying is that, you know, like I said, all the dollars are worth. All of them are important. You know, how you manage your money says a lot about you, about your character, how you view different resources. And that's important because it affects your family, it affects your ability to be able to do things for you, for your loved ones, for your community, you know. And it starts as simple as learning how to put your money to the side and learning what it could be used for. You know, like I said, it may be silly, but it starts off small. It starts off, you know, $1 at a time. And you may say, okay, what's the point in it? You know, I believe in compound interest. $1 can turn into $2. $2 can turn into 3 and 4 and so many more. But the question is, once it turns into that and it accumulates, what do you do with it? You know, are you responsible with your money? Because if that's the case, then it make no sense to have it in the first place. Because I'm telling you, just as quick as you get your money, there's somebody who's looking to take it, you know. And on that note, I appreciate you folks for coming through, especially you, Tosh Tom. Thank you for giving your time, Tosh Tom, Tosh. Anyway, that's just, you know, another story. Thank you. I'll see you on the flip side. See you next week. Appreciate you all. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Anyway, save your money.